The World Cup is supposed to be the one tournament where football belongs to the fans, where cities shut down, where streets turn into stadiums, where you can watch one match and stumble into another celebration. But the 2026 World Cup might do the opposite. Instead of bringing fans together, it could separate them. Instead of making football accessible, it could price people out. And instead of feeling like one global festival, it might feel like 16 disconnected events across 3 countries. This isn't about hating the USA, Canada, or Mexico. This is about one uncomfortable question. Has FIFA created the most fan-unfriendly World Cup in history? Let's talk about why the 2026 World Cup could be the most terrible one yet.
Before we continue, I want you to hit the subscribe button and like the video. This helps very much. Now let's continue.
The magic of the World Cup has always been simple. Fans move with the tournament. You watch a game in one city, hop on a train, and by the next day, you're in another stadium, surrounded by thousands of fans wearing different colors. That's how World Cups in Germany, South Africa, and Brazil worked. But 2026 breaks that completely. This World Cup is spread across 3 countries and 16 host cities, and the distances are brutal. A fan in New York can't casually travel to Los Angeles. That's a 6-hour flight, not a train ride. Mexico City to Toronto? Different countries, different borders, different rules. So what happens? Fans won't follow teams. They'll be stuck in one city watching games on screens instead of in stadiums. The World Cup stops feeling like one journey and starts feeling like isolated events. And it gets worse. Public transport between cities is limited. High-speed trains don't exist. Flights are expensive and unreliable during peak travel. In past World Cups, fans without much money could still move. In 2026, movement itself becomes a luxury. The result? No traveling fan waves, no cities overflowing with international supporters, no sense that the World Cup is alive everywhere at once. Instead, we get a tournament that looks massive on paper, but feels small, disconnected, and broken on the ground. And this is only the first problem. For most fans, the biggest barrier to the 2026 World Cup won't be distance, it will be money. This is shaping up to be the most expensive World Cup ever for supporters. Let's break it down. Flights to North America are already costly. Now add internal flights between cities. Now add hotel prices that triple during major events. Now add food prices in the USA and Canada. Now add ticket prices designed for corporate buyers. Suddenly, attending just one match can cost more than attending an entire World Cup group stage in past tournaments. For fans from Africa, South America, and parts of Asia, this isn't difficult, it's impossible. And unlike previous World Cups, there are no cheap alternatives. No overnight buses between cities, no budget hostels near stadiums, no affordable fan hubs in walkable cities. Everything requires money, transport, and planning. This changes who the World Cup is for. Instead of hardcore supporters, traveling fan groups, passionate locals, we'll see corporate guests, influencers, one-off tourists, people who can afford the experience, not people who live for it. And when real fans are priced out, the atmosphere disappears. The World Cup doesn't die because of bad football. It dies because the people who create the noise, the color, and the chaos aren't in the stadiums anymore. The World Cup isn't remembered just for goals. It's remembered for noise, chaos, and color. Vuvuzelas in South Africa, street parties in Brazil, entire cities painted in one color in Germany. But 2026 risks losing that completely. Most of the stadiums being used are NFL stadiums, not football stadiums. That matters more than people think. Seats are far from the pitch, stands are wide and shallow, noise escapes instead of bouncing, chanting loses intensity. Even a full stadium can sound half empty. Now add the crowd problem. Because tickets are expensive and travel is difficult, the stands will be filled with neutral spectators, tourists ticking a bucket list, and corporate guests, not traveling ultras, singing fan groups, entire sections chanting for 90 minutes. And without those fans, the atmosphere collapses. You don't get constant chants, you get polite applause. You get music played over speakers. You get announcers telling fans when to cheer. That isn't football culture. That's entertainment culture. Outside the stadium, it's no better. North American cities aren't built for spontaneous street celebrations. Strict policing, noise laws, no central fan zones, limited walkable zones. The World Cup should take over a city. In 2026, it risks being contained, controlled, and muted. And when the atmosphere disappears, the World Cup loses its soul.
One of the World Cup's greatest powers is its ability to bring the whole world together at the same time. But 2026 throws that out the window. The tournament spans 3 countries, the USA, Canada, and Mexico, and the USA alone has 4 time zones: Eastern, Central, Mountain, Pacific. That means a game kicking off at 8 p.m. in New York will air 7 p.m. in Chicago, 6 p.m. in Denver, 5 p.m. in Los Angeles. Now add Mexico's and Canada's time zones, and suddenly fans on other continents are completely out of sync. Africa might watch games at midnight, Asia at 3 to 4 a.m., Europe struggling to catch primetime matches. The result? Millions of fans around the world can't watch the tournament live, and that shared excitement, the one that makes a World Cup feel like a global festival, disappears. The World Cup isn't just about the stadium. It's about millions watching together, cheering together, and feeling the same highs and lows at the same time. In 2026, that unity might vanish. Instead, fans watch in isolation, missing the collective heartbeat of the tournament. And that's a big reason this could be the most fan-unfriendly World Cup ever.
The 2026 World Cup could still give us unforgettable goals, historic moments, and legendary performances. But for the fans, the heartbeat of football, it might be the most exhausting, expensive, and disconnected tournament in history. Massive distances, sky-high costs, terrible time zones, and empty stadium atmospheres make it feel less like a global celebration and more like a corporate event. FIFA may have built a tournament for profit, not passion. So here's the question. Will this World Cup be remembered for the football or for how impossible it was to experience? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think 2026 will be the worst World Cup ever, or is it still too early to say? And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we're just getting started talking about the World Cup no one warned you about.